Hey, yo, what up? It's Don.
Samuel here.
And we are the Soul Brothers. And today we got another versus video for you guys. We got these things coming out like hotcakes.
Yep.
We're going to do two Adidas shoes. One is the brand new Adidas D Lillard 2. Mm-hmm. The other one is one of the top shoes of 2015, which is the D Rose 6.
Yep.
I played in the D Rose 6. Sam played in both of them. So we're going to kind of just interview Sam. Mm-hmm. So let's start off with the bottom. As always, is the traction. In the D Rose 6, we have like a supersized herringbone pattern. Incredible traction. I was really impressed with it. Mm-hmm. Really no wiping. The grooves are really shallow. Wouldn't really recommend them for outdoor use. It'd probably wear down pretty fast.
Yep.
But indoor courts, even with dust, minimal to no wiping. Mm-hmm. Solid traction.
Yep. And it's a little squeaky, not too squeaky.
Right. So
for the D Lillard 2, the traction is really nice. They use a soft rubber. It's a herringbone pattern with a little bit of storytelling in it. I wouldn't recommend playing with these outdoors, but indoors, these are amazing. You stop on a dime, you stick to the floor like glue, and these are really squeaky too. So if you like squeaky traction, then this is it, you know. And judging for both of them, I'll give it a tie, just because the D Lillard 2, you stop a lot faster and a lot harder on the D Lillard 2 than the D Rose 6. But then the D Rose 6, you don't have to wipe, right? Because the D Lillard 2, I play on the 24-hour fitness court, and it's really dusty there, so I do have to wipe every like 2 to 3 plays. But once you wipe, it's good to go on the D Lillard 2. But the D Rose 6, I didn't really have to wipe at all. So that's why I'm giving it kind of a tie. But if you're playing on a really clean court, I would say they're really nice tractions. But the D Lillard 2 is a little bit better because you stop a lot faster and harder. So just keeping that in mind. But I'm gonna give it a tie because of those reasons.
Right. So more so for if you're playing dirtier courts, maybe the D Rose 6 is a little bit better.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to wipe as much, and then the D Lillard 2 is better on clean courts, obviously, because you don't you just stop a little faster.
Yep.
Let's move on to cushion now. Two different cushions, full-length setups in both.
Yep.
On the D Rose 6, they implemented Boost, which is awesome in the shoe. It's really incredible. Best impact protection there is out of any company. However, it's not the most responsive, and it's definitely not bouncy at all. It's a little bit mushy, if anything. And then what about bounce?
So bounce, like I said in the D Lillard 2 review, and if you want to check that out, you can just click over here. So the bounce cushion is really amazing. It really reminds me of the J Crossover 2 Jetlon, full length setup in that J Crossover 2 shoe, but it's really similar in the sense of you get really good impact protection. There's a lot of responsiveness. There's bounce, and you get a lot of court feel. So you get the best of all of the worlds, you know, and it feels bouncy. It's kind of weird. It's kind of like Boost, but not really, because it's not as soft. It's okay. So if I could explain to you guys, it's a little bit firmer Boost, but then it's bouncy. You know what I'm saying? So you guys,
it's a bouncier Boost,
yeah,
or a softer Zoom.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Either way, right?
Yeah, either way, yeah. And it just feels amazing, right? It's a foam cushion, and I think they just really made a nice cushion, because for me, Boost is a little bit too soft for me. So sometimes I just feel a little slower, you know, not as explosive as I can be in the D Rose 6 or in the full length Boost setup. So for me, I did like the bounce cushion a little bit better, but not saying that D Rose 6 is bad. I just like the bounce cushion better, you know. So
right, yeah, it's kind of up to you to decide what kind of cushion you like more, depending on what player you are, how big you are, how fast you are, a lot of different variables. Okay, we're gonna move on to uppers now. It's a little complicated because Adidas is kind of doing a thing now where a lot of the different colorways have different uppers.
I don't know why.
Right, so which is kind of cool, because if you want something different, you can do something different. Like the D Rose 6 has a synthetic leather, synthetic suede, a mesh upper, They're coming out with a prime knit maybe sometime in the next 9 years. So I personally played in the synthetic suede, and it was a little cheap feeling, a little rough at first, but it broke in really nice, and I really couldn't complain other than it felt a little cheap. But it performed really well. And then you had the mesh upper.
Yep, I had the mesh upper. The Lillard 2 has has 3 different types of materials. It has the synthetic suede also, just little cuts of it, and then in the medial side there's like a screen mesh, and then on the upper and the lateral side of the shoe there is a woven material very similar to the 29s, and that felt really, really nice on my foot. It was really soft. You don't have to break in the shoe at all. Yeah, right when you put it on for the first time, you're good to go. It's one of the best technologies that there is for a basketball shoe, and you're getting it in a $105 package.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah. So, but also the Lillard 2 is doing the same thing as their D-Rose 6. They're having different types of materials. I think they're using like a synthetic material, I think, on the black colorway. So it's really different, but I'm talking about the woven upper material, and I think those are that material is a lot better than the D-Rose 6. But I really did enjoy the mesh version of the D-Rose 6. It's really soft, it's sturdy, gives you a lot of support too.
So that's a win for the D Lillard 2. Moving on to support, fit, lockdown. The D-Rose 6 was really nice as far as support. Really incredible ankle support. They have this whole strap system they implement that really locks your ankle down and in. It really doesn't lock it down crazy well because my heel was slipping a little bit.
Yeah.
And there was a little bit of space in the toe area. Midfoot lockdown was pretty good. Fit was good, but it wasn't incredible.
Yeah.
Right? What about the D Lillard 2?
Same thing with the D Lillards. I'm not sure what would have happened if I went half a size down, but so for the D-Rose 6, go true to size. For the D Lillard 2, go down half a size because it does fit a little long. And for woven uppers, I like to get a half a size down just because the upper does tend to stretch,
Yeah.
So and I didn't play it in the shoe with a half size down because I didn't know that. So I'm not sure how the fit would have been, but I'm telling you how it fit with my regular size. So both of the shoes, it was pretty roomy in the toe area. So I wish the material went a little bit lower to the ground so that it would go right over my toes. And for the fit, I think they're both really nice. So that's a tie for fit. Support and lockdown, I would have to give it to the D Lillard 2s. Just because I had a little bit of heel slippage in the D-Rose 6. But for the ankle support, I will give it to the D-Rose 6, and then for fit, I'll give it to the D-Rose 6 also. But they were both roomy in the toe area for me.
Right. So moving on to ventilation, the D-Rose 6 has a lot. It's a very, very padded shoe around the ankle, and it's just a lot of padding. It's super thick. So I was actually really hot in it. I had the synthetic suede colorway, which is obviously going to be hotter than the mesh you had.
Yep.
So for me, it was pretty hot. But if you get the mesh, it's not too bad, right?
No, not too bad.
Right. And then how is the D Lillard 2?
The D Lillard 2 wasn't that bad. It wasn't the coolest shoe in the world, but I didn't really have any problems with my foot getting hot or any hot spots. So the mesh version I tried on the D-Rose 6 is also nice. So I would give the ventilation a tie just because there's really no airflow in both of the shoes. But since both of them are kind of moisture wicking, and then since the cloth does wick away the moisture and dries it off, it wasn't too hot in those. So I'll give it a tie.
Right.
So now moving on to durability, I would have to give the durability to the D-Rose 6. They're pretty close, but I just felt that the mesh version I tried was a little bit sturdier, and it just felt like a little bit more, what do you call it? Like,
more well put together?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't more well put together, but it was more like, if it didn't feel like it was gonna rip, or I don't know how to explain.
It felt less. It felt more flimsy.
Oh yeah, okay. So just because the D Lillard 2, the upper is woven, right? So it stretches a little bit. I feel like it could rip easier than the D-Rose 6 material. And both of the rubbers are soft on both shoes, so I wouldn't recommend playing them outdoors. So the durability wins on the D-Rose 6, but just by a little bit.
All right, let's move on to aesthetics. We can make this short and sweet because it's just our opinion. I think that the D Lillard 2 looks a little bit better than the D Rose 6.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
I don't know. I think they look the same to me.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really prefer one or the
Right.
other.
Which doesn't really matter in a performance review, but we like to chime in with our little bullshit opinions real quick. So,
All right, so now moving on to afterthoughts. So, I actually kind of enjoyed playing the D Lillard 2 more. You know, it's more like a everyday shoe, and then the D Rose 6 is more of like a recovery shoe for me. It all depends on what kind of cushion you like and enjoy. Don really likes the D Rose 6 because the cushion is so soft and he likes impact protection.
and I got old man joints.
And then for me, I like the D Rose 6, the boost cushion, but I enjoy the D Lillard 2 cushion a little more. Everything else was kind of similar. They were both good in each category. You know, they excelled actually, but the biggest difference is in the cushion. So you should assess what kind of cushion you like. Like, oh, do you like softer cushion? Do you like more responsive or more firm cushions? You know, so and just think about that, and then that should be your deciding point on which shoe you want to buy. So yeah.
Yeah, the D Rose 6 is a lot more bulky kind of vibe,
Mm-hmm.
and the D Lillard 2 is obviously more of a minimal vibe. It's just, you know, it's a low top. It doesn't have nearly as much padding. The upper isn't as thick.
Mm-hmm.
So and then the cushions are even, you know, the D Rose cushion is quite a bit. You know,
Yeah.
the boost is a lot. You can really feel it, and I could see why some people would not want that.
Yeah, exactly.
But also could see how, you know, some people would really love it. So.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it. That's our versus video. Thanks you guys for watching. We'll be back with plenty more.
Yeah, make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter, or over there.
You fucking up, homie.
And also, if you guys want to check out the some written reviews, we have some on our website. It's called www.thesoulbros.com.
You don't do www dot.
Okay. It's called thesoulbros.com. Okay.
No, it's http
Slash
thesoulbros.com and
Yeah.
then /.
And I was getting cold while we were filming this, so I just changed. So, yeah, whatever.
All right. My name is Don.
Samuel here.
We're out the Soul Bros. We're out.
Peace.